Fulton County DA Fannie Willis is eyeing racketeering charges this week, but against who? Emails reveal that Georgia officials knew for months about severe tabular malfunctions. Wow. This will be at least a three-part series involving the deafening silence from Georgia's Secretary of State's office regarding 2020. Wow. So this is by Brian Lupo. So we're going to expect more in the next few days, huh? Fulton County DA Fannie Willis' investigation into the 2020 election in Georgia has sent the Mockingbird media into a frenzy and will likely lead to the fourth indictment of DT. Another juicy Biden story is disclosed. Leaked CCTV footage shows cyber experts entering the Coffee County Elections Office recently as if this were some clandestine spy operation. They walked in through the front door of a public building, and in reality, they've been very public about the investigation. What was done, what was found, and most importantly, why it was done. Jeff Lenberg, one of the experts sneaking into the public building in Coffee County, sat down with me to go over his incredible findings in both Georgia and Michigan for a later part in the series. But none of the Mockingbird outlets reported on what happened before the January 5th runoff elections. This doesn't fit the narrative that DT was trying to unjustly influence officials to commit crimes. Emails and text messages obtained by the Gateway Pundit show that at least one of the individuals targeted by DA Willis had been raising concerns to Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and Gabriel Sterling specifically. Sterling, you may recall, was being paid $114,000 as a state of Georgia employee before taking a private contract in November of 2019 through January 2021 for $200,000 a year, according to Atlanta Journal. According to Sterling's LinkedIn, he resumed his official state job in January of 2021. They claimed this was to avoid benefit payouts or something, but conveniently it also would make Sterling immune to open records requests and public oversight of a state official. There were numerous issues with the elections in Georgia since the implementation of the new Domino's machines in 2019. I'm still not saying that word. A last-minute de minimis update was authorized on the machines by Judge Amy Totenberg prior to the 2020 general election. There were thousands of previously unknown ballots that were mysteriously revealed during hand counts conducted after the initial machine count in November of 2020 in numerous Georgia counties. To try and resolve this issue, one would need access to the ballot images as granted by the court. However, Fannie Willis's own Fulton County and dozens of other counties deleted the vast majority of the first machine count ballot images, accidentally, of course. For many counties, the only ballot images that exist for the 2020 general election were those produced during the machine recount that ended after revealing the hand count audit. But in at least one county, issues began with the 2020 primaries, and emails showed they sought guidance from the Georgia Secretary of State's office, which seems to have fallen on deaf ears. You would never know this was all of the news surrounding the issues in Coffee County focus on what happened after 2020 and January Senate runoff. Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger sat down with 11 Alive in September 2022 and then asked, did the Secretary of State's office take the Coffee County issue seriously? And if you had, wouldn't you have been able to get this information months ago? Raffensperger responded, well, we provided information, and now it appears to be apparent that these people are not speaking truthfully to our investigators. An affidavit submitted by the chairwoman of the Coffee County Republican Party, Kathy Latham, and emails obtained exclusively by the TGP show that Raffensperger and Sterling knew about issues in Coffee County more than 2 years prior to that interview and at least 4 months before 2020. On September 17th of 2020, Latham was involved in a Zoom call with Raffensperger and Sterling. They were going to go over Domino's V systems and some Rona safety measures. During that call, Latham stated that Coffee County Bureau of Selections, BOE, needed new or additional scanners because of what occurred during the presidential primary. Raffensperger assured Latham that he would get Gabriel Sterling on it. Sterling sent Latham his email address through the chat. It was his private email, which is not subject to open records requests. On October 5th, 2020, Latham emailed Sterling and said, my BOE president, Matthew McCullough, wanted to know what it would take to get an extra scanner for the county. Brad said that it would not be a problem and he let you know. Julian Thompson was supposed to forward my information. We are the county. We are the county that ours broke during scanning and had to go several counties over after midnight to one from Cook County. You guys fucking suck at writing, man. These elected officials are freaking morons, dude. What the hell is this fucking bullshit sentence here? We are the county that ours broke during scanning and had to go over several counties and over midnight, one of our from Cook County. I know I read it way worse than he wrote, but I mean, it read like that, okay? Okay? It's just fucking hell, dude. I'm telling you, we elect morons. Or at least morons steal elections. Sterling succinctly responded, I'm looking into this for you. On October 8th. On October 27th, Latham followed up and says, were you able to get an extra scanner to Coffee County? I know they had problems running some test ballots. When emails failed to get any attention from the private contractor whom Raffensperger had delegated the task to, Latham texted the message to Raffensperger. It says, good morning. I really hate to bother you. I emailed Gabriel about the extra scanner for Coffee County. He said he was working on it, but that is all I've heard. The chair of the BOE said that they ran preliminary ballots as a test. The scanner kept messing up, just trying to help. Raffensperger responded, I check with him. Check with him, whatever that sick means. It's like there's a spelling error or whatever. On the night of November 3rd, Latham asked the chair of the BOE if a new scanner had arrived. Latham was informed that Coffee was offered the option to purchase a scanner for over $20,000. Latham was shocked that Coffee County would be on the hook for less than a year-old V machines that can scan ballots properly without major malfunctions, issues that had been brought to Raffensperger and Sterling attention months earlier and went unresolved. The Coffee County elections issues persisted with the primary through the general election and into the January Senate runoff. The Coffee County BOE wrote the House Government Affairs Committee on December 10, 2020 with concerns about certifying the results. This is the email about that. It reads, I guess I'll read it. That's the end of it. As you know, the certification process requires election. Okay, anyways, I'm not going to read all this. It's about policy and things like that.